Welcome to Retail Retold, the stories behind how that store landed in your neighborhood. I'm Chris Ressa, in conversation with the people and stories shaping retail and real estate. Brought to you by DLC.
Before I go, actually, how do I say your full name?
Deanna Wallin.
Wallin. Got it.
Wallin. Mm-hmm.
And the owner of Naples Soap?
No, I'm the CEO and founder. We actually are publicly traded.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm a majority shareholder, but I'm the CEO and founder.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Okay. Welcome to Retail Retold, everyone. Today I'm joined by Deanna Wallin, the CEO and founder of Naples Soap. I am excited for her to be here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
So, Deanna, tell a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
I am the founder and CEO of Naples Soap Company. We are an omni-channel retailer. We started 13 years ago in a little tiny 300 square foot space in Naples, Florida. Thus the name Naples Soap Company. And I was a nurse, and I have had eczema and psoriasis my whole life, and my daughter has as well. And I was tired of working in the medical field, and I had gotten divorced. A friend of mine said, "Hey, why don't you come open a store next to me? It'll be fun," because she had a jewelry store and accessory store. And I said, "Okay, that sounds like fun," not knowing what I was getting myself into. And I had a friend of mine at my house, and I said, he was in retail, and I said, I want to open this store. There's a little space here. I don't know what I'm going to sell. And we were looking at retail concepts, and he came out of my bathroom and was like, "Why do you have so much soap and lotion?" And I gave him a 45-minute dissertation on eczema and psoriasis. And he said, "Well, what do you like the best?" And I said, "I like natural soap." And he said, and he literally Googled natural soap wholesale. Boom. And he goes, "Here's your suppliers. Sell what you know." So that's how
Wow.
Naples Soap Company, and the light bulb went off over my head. And I was like, wow, I've always been a huge fan. I've always had, a lot of women have excess bath and body products in their bathrooms, but I am like the Mac Daddy of queen of bath and body products in my bathroom. It's actually caused some marital strife on occasion. But so I am very passionate about skincare, and I enjoy it. And so the light bulb went off, and like I said, I took a 300 square foot space, and within 3 months, I was breaking the wall down and taking the space next to me because I had so many people coming in and out of the store looking for the natural soaps that we were selling and the body care. So within a year, I took another location because I had people driving from 45 minutes to an hour away to come to our store to talk to me. Within that year, I took 2 more locations. And if you fast forward to today, we have, we had 10 locations. We've got 9 now after the hurricane. And we've got 4 under construction that will deliver in Q1. So we will have 13 units by the end of Q1 in the state of Florida.
And they're all in the state of Florida.
Currently, they're all in the state of Florida, all under the Naples Soap Company brand. We also, like I said, we're an omni-channel retailer. So we have Amazon sales. We have our own e-com website, which we're doing somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million a year on our e-com. And then we also have wholesale clients. Some of those clients are like, for example, the Ritz-Carlton in Naples. Before they got hurricane damage, we were getting ready to go into all of their VIP suites and provide VIP product for them, for their guests at the new hotel, the renovated hotel on the beach. So we definitely have the 4 sales channels, but the retail stores are our largest sales channel.
I could ask you about 3 billion questions. I have so many.
Sure.
I'm so passionate about retail, but I won't do that. So
That's okay.
I'll try and stick to a few. I'm so fascinated by entrepreneurs who do this. You're also a public company.
Yeah, about a year and a half ago, we did a reverse merger. OTC markets were getting ready to delist a whole lot of companies that weren't current. So there was an opportunity to pick up a shell company and to back into it. And we did that successfully within a very quick period of time after we did our due diligence. And so we are currently listed on OTC Pink Sheets, and we are working our way. We've completed OTC QB filings to work up to the next market. That OTC process that allowed us to raise over $1 million that first year, which was really exciting for us. And we are working on our expansion plans, some organic, and we've got some joint ventures that we are discussing with a couple of companies out there as well to enhance our growth and possibly some franchise opportunities.
Amazing. So I'll start with the first store.
Sure.
So 300 feet. What type of place was this? Was this a mall, a strip center? What was this?
It was actually in a place called Tin City. It's an old historic fishing. It was a clam shelling factory at one point in time. It's a historic building, and it sits right on the water, and there's a couple of restaurants on the water. It's very kitschy, and a lot of tourists go there, and that was sort of what I based my model on. And I really didn't get to go on a lot of family vacations or vacations when I was a kid. So I decided that I was going to put my stores everywhere that I would want to spend the weekend or go hang out for a vacation, not as a child, but as an adult. So we
Amazing.
have, yeah. So if I don't, if it's someplace yucky that's got bad traffic or bad weather, we're not going there. So we are in mostly high tourist traffic areas. For example, downtown Fort Myers, that's a really nice area. We were there 2 years during a renovation period of that 5-6 block district. We like downtown areas. We are in some lifestyle centers that have mixed use with apartments up above, but nicer lifestyle centers. A traditional mall is not where we are. We have competitors in those malls, and it's really not our demographic. Our demographic is much higher end demographic with a little bit more disposable income.
Amazing. And so when you went to decide on that 300 square foot space, was that your first entrepreneur business?
Oh yeah. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no clue. So, and it was 2009. So we're in the middle of this, the coming out of the 2008 market crash. And I think I just tell people ignorance is bliss, because if I had actually known what I know now, I probably would have never done what I did. And basically took every penny I owned and ended up putting it into this business. But it has paid off over and over again. So I have no regrets for that. But, growing the business has a life of its own. It's been really fun building a brand that has a solid reputation and kind of a cult following for its products, if you will.
For sure. And how much did you put in? Like what you said, you put it all into this 300 square foot space and these soaps. How much did you put in?
I probably over the course of the first 2 to 3 years, I probably close to $300,000 out of my own pocket in kind of like whatever.
Did you ever take any
Go ahead.
like venture or PE funding?
No, I really, because it was scary as an entrepreneur. I was gambling with my money, and if I lose my money, that's one thing. But I'm just not the kind of person that has the nerve to gamble with other people's money. So I bet on my own horse. I bet on myself and bet on that horse. And I knew that there were situations that I could control, but I definitely would lose sleep. With some of the bumps and hurdles that we faced in the very beginning, I would have definitely lost sleep had I been accountable to outside money. So we might have taken a slower growth path, but everything that we had was within our control.
Good for you. And you mentioned you have 4 channels. You have the stores, your own site, third party online sites like Amazon, and then you have wholesale.
Correct. One of our largest wholesale clients would be Dillard's department stores. So that would be our largest national brand.
And it's all your product?
In our retail locations, I do carry some other products besides our branded products, but right now we have close to 650 of our own branded products. And we do everything from body butter, scrubs, sea salt scrubs, natural soaps, sea salt soaps, loofah soaps. We do high-end face care. We have a CBD line. We've got a sunscreen products. We've got lip balm. We've got SPF lip balm. We have bath bombs, shower bombs, essential oils. But all that core product is on our website. But in the retail stores, we also carry what we call our ancillary items. So it might be, for example, like a diffuser that you would put essential oils in, or things that we don't particularly put our brand on. Maybe some like KitchenAid tea towels, or bathroom towels, that type of thing that have cute sayings and things like that on them. So we diversify, because at the end of the day, we are a retail store, and retail is our bread and butter. So 650 core products will fill the walls and some of the tables, but you still need to have more products of interest to mix in. And, especially being in high tourist traffic areas, we might carry some little dishes that are made like turtles and seashells and things like that people want to take as a souvenir to bring home, or a gift to someone.
Really cool. And I'm guessing, do you consider like the competitors, Bath and Body, Buff City Soaps, these groups now, or are they different?
Bath and Body Works, their products are very different than ours. We really strive for clean beauty, and Bath and Body Works that is not them. They are mass produced, and they utilize a ton of chemicals in their products, and they have a tremendous amount of artificial fragrance and high volumes of that artificial fragrance. So I believe our products are very different than their particular products, and I believe their products are made for volume sales, and and I hate to pick on a competitor and say lesser quality, but I like to think that our products are made with better quality ingredients. And then as far as like Buff City's a franchise, and they're just selling bath and body care. They do some manufacturing in-house, like, with some classes and bath bomb. To me, it's more novelty than anything. A lot of it is. I just love soap, and I think there's enough business out there for everybody. And the locations that we're in, as far as the high tourist traffic locations, Bath and Body Works are not going to be there. Bath and Body Works is a mall store. Hands down, they're a mall store all day long, and that is not our model, and it's not our demographic. Buff City Soap might cater to a younger crowd by doing bath bomb classes and things like that, bath bomb decorating and stuff like that. It might cater to more moms and children, but at the end of the day, I always feel like there's plenty of business, and as long as our customers are getting top-notch customer service, our customers are going to come back regardless of the competition out there.
Got it. And so you had 10 locations, you have 9 now, you'll have 13 at the end of Q1
Correct.
next year. And give me what's the average size, and like what's the average unit volume of one of these?
Sure. So it's kind of a variety. We've got, my smallest unit is 780 square feet in Sarasota, and my largest unit is in Kissimmee, at adjacent to Margaritaville and in Plantation Walk, and that is 2,400 square feet. That's a pretty big store for us. Uh, the right size for us is somewhere between 15 and 1,800 square feet, but sometimes it's hard to find the exact footprint that you like. So that's the average square footage. The stores can range anywhere from 1.3 million to 400,000. We've got A, B, and C level stores, and that's a lot of product and a lot of units coming out of the A level store that does last year like 1.2 million. That's 1,000 square feet. That's a lot of product moving out of 1,000 square feet. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when did you decide to do these other channels? Because now omni-channel, obviously you have your own website, so you sell direct to consumer. That's great. All these tourists who come down there, and when they go home, now they can still buy you.
Right.
So
we have an 87% capture rate on our in-store transactions. We have a tremendous amount of software that calculates our KPIs for us, that ties into our POS system. So we were averaging, when we started tracking, we were about at a 30% capture rate on email. Now we're somewhere between 80 and 87%, just depends on the week. During holiday weeks, it's a little less because people are in a hurry. But that email capture is critical for feeding our ecom business because people get signed up for our e-blasts and they get a welcome email and then they're into the flow. So now that they've already purchased, they've had an in-store experience, which now I've got, I'm not just trying to feed top of funnel through social and through other channels. I've got someone who actually is an experienced customer or has had an experience with us.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Well, kudos to you. That's amazing story and growth. And do you plan to open stores out of Florida?
We're looking in the Charleston area. We are looking at a lot of different opportunities. We had a little bit of setback in September with the hurricane here in Florida.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So did I.
Okay.
I'm in Fort Myers. Yeah, I wanted to talk about it. That's how I heard about you.
Okay.
I saw you out there. We had a shopping center in Fort Myers. We were under a multi-million-dollar redevelopment. We're back on track. I should deliver and open in March. So I know the pain, though. I was midway through construction on this as it happened. So tell me what happened to your store and what's going on and what you're doing.
We have out of the 10 locations we had open, 6 of them are in Southwest Florida. So we've got a pretty tight footprint in Southwest Florida. We also go all the way up into the Panhandle. Florida's a pretty big state. So between my northernmost store, my southernmost store, and people go, oh, they're all in Florida. Yeah, well, there's an 800-mile stretch between the furthest, and people don't realize how far that can be. So 6 of them are in Southwest Florida. The other 4 are either in Central Florida or more northern Florida. So out of the 6 in Southwest Florida, 4 of them took on water, and the 2 stores in Naples, one of them took on Fifth Avenue, which is a higher end shopping district there. We had about 8 to 10 inches of water in that store, just enough to ruin the floors and fixtures. And then in Tin City, our mothership, the original little store, that's a very old historic building, and we had about a 3.5-foot water line inside the store. And the building itself sustained a lot of damage. Downtown Fort Myers is on the river. We had about a 3-foot water line in that store. Sanibel Island, we had almost a 6-foot watermark inside that store as well. There were trash cans that were on the ground, little, just small trash cans that were sitting up on 6 feet high of shelves. So it was horrifying to say the least. And not only that, the damage wasn't just that water came in and went out. When water came in, it brought basically the bottom of the river or the bottom of the bay. It brought sewage. It brought a lot of nasty stuff that you do not want in your house or your business. So mitigating that, getting Surf Pro out right away, tearing the walls down to the studs 4 feet up. It was an epic nightmare. And at the same time, we were in the process of finishing and waiting for a CO on a 20,000 square foot warehouse and corporate office. We've been building that out for almost a year.
Wow, where?
In Fort Myers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that building didn't sustain any damage, but the building that we were in that I had just sold in April, I had owned that building since 2015 personally. We moved out of 11,000 square feet, and I had sold it in April, thank God. And the waterproof membrane on the roof of that was off in the parking lot. So we had extensive damage in the warehouse that we were in. So first thing we had to do was secure the warehouse and move into a facility with no power. All the acoustic tiles were coming down. Insulation was coming down on top of us. My computers were ruined. There was so much water damage in that building. We had to salvage what we could. We had maybe $20,000 worth of product damaged from water. And then airlifted everything over to the new warehouse. We had friends, husbands, boyfriends. Some of my girlfriends came. They brought their fathers with them. I mean, anybody that could possibly pick up a box and move it, they came and showed up and drove stuff to just move. Yeah, because we're fighting against time, because in Florida you don't know when it's going to rain again. So with that just being exposed, we knew we had to get everything out, and we were in the new facility. We got power up probably 3 to 4 days after we moved into the new facility, and we were up and shipping within another 4 days.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, my team. So when it came to mitigation of the stores that were damaged, we got 3 stores mitigated, and I'm talking like full CerPro, the fans, the
Right.
floor cleaning, drywall cut up to 4 feet, reinstall drywall. We got them mitigated, refixtured, and restocked in 67 days. 3 stores.
Wow.
It was a Herculean effort. Our team has just really busted it out, and that's us
67 days.
Yeah. And us moving warehouse and rolling into holiday season at the same time, into Christmas. So it's been pretty busy around here. My team is looking forward to having some time off, a couple days.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
And you say your team, how many employees do you have?
I think right now my census is probably 85 total. Yeah.
And so the last store is not coming back in downtown?
That's Sanibel Island. Right now, the island hasn't even been open to the public. They will
I was
be
just
open.
there. I was literally just there. I have toured it because
Yeah.
I needed to go see the project that we have. So I was there. And my wife and I, our vacation spot every year for our family, I have a 4 and 5-year-old, is Captiva.
Yep.
This year we're going to Anna Maria Island. We switched the course because of what's going on, but typically Captiva and Sanibel, and
Yeah.
obviously that's
Twin Waters is out there, that hotel. I had Doug Babcock, who's the CEO of that hotel group. I had him on my radio show last week, and they're getting ready they're taking reservations, and they're open to the public again. January 2nd, they've taken reservations, so they're opening then. But they are back up and running. I was out there 3 weeks ago and had lunch at the old Captiva Inn, and it's just really, it's sad because the island is so
Did you
heavily
go by
damaged.
boat or helicopter? How'd you get there?
Drove over the bridge.
Oh, the
Yeah.
bridge is up now?
We have a hurricane pass to get over the bridge. The bridge is temporarily repaired. So, but the first time we went out there, maybe 2 weeks after the storm, we had to go by boat, and it was atrocious. The bay smelled like gasoline and sewage, and like just decimated, just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. So our landlord is really working hard there to restore the building, but huge parts of Sanibel still don't have power. So without power, it's hard you can't get your ACs going, and you might as well not put drywall in, because without, pulling the humidity out of the air and not having AC, your drywall is getting moisture in it. So there's a lot of things that still have to happen out there for the island to recover. And it's going to be a long, long time.
You said 67 days for the other 3 stores.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you're back to normal in those stores?
The Fifth Avenue store is right at LY numbers right now. Tin City's running at about 50% LY. Just because one of the other buildings isn't open, and then someone decided, there was a drunk driver on Black Friday morning at 3:00 in the morning, decided to launch his car 70 miles an hour through the end of the building. Yeah, that actually happened. So the end of our building.
Driving the shop centers before.
Right, same thing. This is the second time this has happened. So he launched through the winery at the end of our building and out the other side, and the car burst into flames. So that was what I woke up to Black Friday morning, and I can't make this stuff up. It's just crazy. So the poor old girl at Tin City has been under attack. So they're running at about 50% because they're not fully open. One of the buildings isn't open. And then downtown Fort Myers, that store, their numbers are probably about 85 to 90% of LY. So we're happy enough with that at the moment. We'll take it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this was an amazing story, and kudos to you. 67 days, true entrepreneurial spirit. Way to get everyone behind you going, and wish you guys nothing but the best. And I hope the numbers by the end of this weekend end up rocking and rolling for you.
You and me both. Sometimes, Chris, the only way out is through. So that's the direction we went. Exactly. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Really appreciate it too. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Well, I have 3 questions for you at the end, though. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I got 3 questions for you.
Okay.
You ready? They're fun.
All right.
Question 1. What extinct retailer do you wish would come back from the dead?
Oh, wow. Oh gosh. Dare I say FAO Schwartz? Are they extinct or just on life support?
There is, I believe, I'm going to Google this right now, what we have. There is one open, but they went through it, that's for sure, but that's a good one.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite stops in New York City. And every single year for Christmas, I would always take my kids to FAO Schwartz. And it was such an amazing experience. Now there's an Apple store there. There's a giant Apple store right in the middle of where FAO used to be. So,
Okay.
all right.
Question 2. What's the last item over $20 you bought in a store?
In which store?
Any store.
Oh gosh, last item over $20. Ooh, good question. In a store, in a physical store.
Physical store.
Not online, not Amazon. Okay, because I bought some shoes this morning. But those were online. In a physical store. Oh, I bought olive oil. So there's an olive oil company that's next door to us in one of our locations, and bought olive oil to give as gifts to support them. So that's
Amazing.
yeah. So olive oil and vinegar set. Christmas. Next question.
Last question. I think I know the answer, but if you and I were shopping at Target and I lost you, what aisle would I find you in?
Oh, I'm gonna probably somewhere wandering around health and beauty or medicine or supplements. Yeah.
Okay.
That was an easy one for you.
Yes. All right. Well, listen, Deanna, this was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Have a great holiday.
You too. Have a happy holiday.
Appreciate you watching. Hit subscribe. See you in the next one.